Chapter 4 of the story of Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. As Snow White and her friends slept in the little cottage, the low sound of singing echoed through the forest. It woke the animals instantly. With tails twitching and nose quivering, they listened as the singing grew louder. It was the dwarfs making their way home from work. With startled leaps and bounds, the deer, squirrels, rabbits, and chipmunks scampered out of the house and back into the woods, leaving Snow White still sleeping peacefully on the tiny beds. As the dwarfs approached the house, Doc pointed and said, "Look, our house. The lights lit. The lights lit." The dwarfs immediately took cover behind a grove of thick pines. "Jiminy crickets!" they all cried at once. "The door's open. Chimney smoking," said Doc. "Something's in there." It may be a ghost," stammered Happy. "Or a goblin," whispered Bashful. "It might be a dragon," said Sneezy. His nose tickled by the scent of pines. The other dwarves glared at him and motioned him to be quiet. Grumpy scowled and said, "Mark my words, there's trouble a-brewing. Felt it coming all day. My corns hurt." "What'll we do?" asked Sleepy. "I'm too sleepy to think. Let's sneak up on it," Happy exclaimed. "Yes? Huh?" Doc answered, suddenly aware of what Happy was proposing. Then he stood up straighter and addressed the other. "We'll sneak up on it. Come on, men, follow me." The dwarfs slowly and cautiously crept up to the house, one behind the other. When they got to the door, they filed in, quiet as mice, with Dopey in the rear. They were so close to each other, they looked glued together. Suddenly, Dopey slammed the door shut. The dwarfs screamed and huddled against each other, expecting the worst. When they realized it was just Dopey, they put their fingers to their lips and said, "Shh." Dopey nodded. Then he turned to the door, put his finger to his lips and repeated, "Shh." As the dwarfs crept through the house, they noticed that things didn't seem quite the same as they had left them that morning. "Look, the floor has been swept," said Doc. Grumpy rubbed a finger along the top of a chair. "Chair's been dusted," he said in disgust. "And our window's been washed," cried Happy as he looked out the forest beyond. "Why, the whole place is clean," Doc finally announced. "There's dirty work afoot," growled Grumpy. Just then, Happy spied their big black kettle bubbling in the fireplace and sniffed. "Something's cooking," he said, "and it smells good." Happy grabbed a spoon and was about to dip it into the kettle when Grumpy snatched it away and yelled, "Don't touch it, you fool! It might be poison." Glancing nervously around the room, the dwarves felt sure that some sort of unknown and terrible creature had invaded their home. Stay tuned for Chapter 5. Bye-bye.